Alright, so today I'm going to go over acrylic with chalk pastels. The first technique we're going to do is chalk on top of dry acrylic. So we need to paint a section of acrylic so that it will dry. Use a wet brush and just paint a section of acrylic. And then we're going to let that dry. And while we're letting that dry, we're going to go on to our other technique with chalk and acrylic. Once you put some chalk down, you can put it heavily, you can kind of smear it a little bit. So this is going to be acrylic on top of chalk. So now I've got my chalk down, so now I'm going to take my wet brush and I'm going to paint over it. And it just kind of mixes it in. So you wash your brush out between steps of grabbing your paint, or you're going to lose your color of paint and it'll all just become one color. So it basically turns the chalk into paint, and you kind of get it to blend a little more. A little bit differently than what you're used to for chalk. And go ahead and draw some chalk in between, just to know what the value of the chalk was by itself. And I have an acrylic spot that I already painted before that's already dry. So I'm going to go back to the chalk on top of dry acrylic. This is already dry, so I'm just going to put my chalk on it. And I'm going to let it smear again. And it can go on heavy and leave it alone. Remember not to blow your dust around. You want to just tap it off of there. Shake it off. And there's your example of chalk with acrylic.